Good morning, sports fans. We are out here for the cheap seats at the Christian Village. Josh Komnick, the furniture guy, Jake Johnson, and Doug Rutter from the Christian Village. Doug, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, no problem. Glad to be here. We got Krispy Kremes on the table. We're ready to go.
You can't beat that for a start kick in the morning. A little Krispy Kreme action for Jake. I know he's had 3 going for 4. And that's what he likes in the morning.
That's how I roll,
That's
folks.
right. That's how Jake does it if you're around Jake. A lot on tap, guys, today. Even a dreary day out in Lincoln and Logan County so far this morning, but a lot going on in the sporting world. We had a Cubs-Cardinals series this week, although it didn't favor my beloved Cubs, but they did hang in there and take one victory away from the Cardinals. We have high school baseball going on today, maybe. We have the Central State 8 meet going on at Chatham Glenwood for the track. And let's run down the list of what's going on today. We talked about the boys tennis at the Central State 8 conference meet, 4 p.m. today at Springfield. The track is at the Central State 8 meet. Also, the conference at 4:15 at Springfield Southeast. Today's girls track, IHSA Class 2A sectional, 4:30 p.m. at Lincoln. Lincoln baseball, if the weather holds, is at Peoria. I believe they're playing at the Chiefs Stadium against Stanford Olympia. So those two teams, local teams, are going to travel over to Peoria and play at a nice venue. And the softball is versus Pontiac and Dunlap. For Mount Pulaski baseball versus Warrensburg Latham today at 4:30 p.m. Stags baseball against Lincoln JV today at 4:30. May have moved that up maybe for the weather. Baseball at Athens at 4:15 p.m. Lincoln College today. Baseball at Lincoln Land, a doubleheader at 3 p.m. Cardinals and Cincinnati will go on again today after they took that long, I guess, little extra inning game last night. And the Cubs and San Francisco will play again. Major League Baseball scores from yesterday. Cubs were a winner, finally. Dempster gets them off the schneid a little bit. Cubs put up 11 runs. We haven't seen that. Well, Jake, they put up, how many on the Cardinals on the game that they did win?
Yeah, they put up a couple.
Yeah.
They actually got some RBIs, which is unbelievable. You know, that's their problem right now. They're hitting the hell out of the ball.
Well, the problem is we've been hitting, but it just hasn't been 5 runs, 7 runs. It's been 2 runs, 3 runs. You
get 3 singles and then leave everybody stranded.
Right. It looks like you had a good hitting day, but you didn't put anything together. And Cubs win 11-4. Cincinnati won last night at an 10 innings on a single by Joey Votto. They won 6-5 over the Cardinals, and the White Sox played Oakland last night, and that was a late score. I didn't get the score of that one, way past my bedtime, so we didn't get that score. But other things in our Major League Baseball going on from last night. Florida was a winner 6-5 over Washington in 11 innings. Philadelphia knocked off Atlanta 5-4. New York Mets 6, Houston 4. Milwaukee 5, Pittsburgh 2. The Rockies were victorious over San Diego 12-7. And in the American League, Boston was a winner over the Yankees 5-4. Detroit 3 after another performance by Justin Verlander after he pitched the no-hitter earlier in the week. He retired, I believe, 44 straight batters before
he's into the 6th.
Yeah, in the 6th. Melky Cabrera, I think, got a triple to break that. But guys, 44 straight with Justin Verlander. I was watching the highlights in the 9th inning of his no-hitter. Still, I believe one of his last pitches in that game was 98 miles per hour.
Yeah, well, I know on the 8th I was listening to it on XM radio, and he was at like 101.
Yeah,
which is
really good. I mean,
that's a lot of heat right there.
Yeah, still throwing 98. That guy is pretty impressive. For the Tigers, Tampa Bay beat Baltimore 3-0. Texas 4, the Angels 1, Toronto 2, and Minnesota 0. We'll go over the standings real quick, especially for that Central Division. St. Louis is ahead of that Central Division, 22-17, mainly because of the hitting of Berkman and Holiday. Holiday's leading the league, leading Major League Baseball and hitting almost at a 400 clip. I can't believe that any Cardinal fan would have thought he'd be hitting, I can understand 315, 310, something like that, but what was it the other day?
Especially for a guy that's a notorious slow starter.
It's supposed to be a power hitter.
Yeah, well, but he's a slow starter. Almost every year of his career, usually waits until June before he really kicks it in. And this year, he's flying right out of the gate, which is great to see, especially with another big man's struggles so far early in the year with Pujols not hitting the ball quite as well as he should.
Well, he's hitting 398 now, which is the best in the league. And what's interesting is he's hitting in all directions.
Right.
He's hitting singles, he's hitting gap shots, he's hitting away, he's pulling the ball. I mean, he's playing better than we've ever seen him play.
Yeah, unfortunately, and now he's in a Cardinal uniform, and I'm a Cub fan, so I don't like to see it. But Cincinnati is second in that division at 22-17. Pittsburgh is still staying right around 500, 18-20. There's the Cubs, 17-20. Milwaukee, 17-21, and Houston falling fast at 14-24. And some interleague coming up. I was looking, actually listening to the game on the radio yesterday for the Cubs, and they've got 7 straight games of night games all in a row, and they're actually going to be traveling to Fenway Park. Either of you guys had a chance ever to go to Boston and watch a game there?
No, that's on the list.
That's on your man list.
That's on the bucket list.
That's the bucket list. That I can say I want to take that tour of Baltimore, Fenway, New York, and hit all those out there in a long week.
Pick those up, maybe the Hall of Fame.
There you go. Well, the Cubs are going to be traveling to Fenway, so be interesting to see what they can do. I always like the interleague play because it gets a chance for me to watch more American League than I really get to see on TV around here. So see how the Cubs fare well. Where are the Cardinals going for the interleague?
Well, of course, they'll always start out Kansas
Royals,
City.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the staple. Unfortunately for me, I can't stand the Kansas City Royals. So,
and it should be easy winning then there.
Well, not this year though. Kansas City's actually playing some pretty decent baseball this
2018.
year. And they got that new kid. To be honest, I can't think of his name, but came up, hit a home run pretty much right off the bat against the Yankees. I mean, how big of a thrill is that? You know, but yeah, they're looking pretty good this year. I'm kind of excited for baseball, for Kansas City Royals and Pittsburgh Pirates, two places that actually have really good fan base, but they haven't had anything to root for a long time, which makes it hard to come to the ballpark.
Well, what I'm excited too is for former Lincoln Railer and longtime Major League Baseball player Kevin Seitzer is the hitting coach at Kansas City for Kansas City Royals now. So I got a little interest there, and the Cardinal fans especially around this area, get to watch some of the games. They can maybe catch a glimpse of Kevin or whatever in the dugout and get to see what his club is doing. As like you said, they're playing better baseball. They're 20-18 right now, and been scoring some runs, so that's good for the.
What position are they in, second or third?
They're in third right now in the Central Division, behind Cleveland and also Detroit. Yeah. And we had a lot of NBA coming up. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk Bulls. I've got a not necessarily a trivia question, but I got a contest coming up for all listeners can phone in. Stay tuned for that. You got a chance to win a all-night stay at the Hampton Inn. If you can win this contest, give us a call when we get back. You're listening to 96.3 and WLCNonline.com. Back here on the cheap seats out of the Christian Village, Josh Komnick, Doug Rutter, and the furniture guy, Jake Johnson, and we want to kind of run over something here going on with the Lincoln Railer basketball cheerleaders and
run it down for the people.
That's right, Ashley Furniture Mega Raffle, sponsored by Jake.
Jake.
Only $10 buys you a raffle ticket to win an entire top-quality Ashley brand custom living room outfit valued at $2,200. This beautiful set includes a contemporary sofa with 5 pillows, a gorgeous barrel chair, and 2 large plank-style end tables with a matching coffee table. This luxurious set is on display at Jake's Furnishings, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, until June 18th, when the Lincoln Railer basketball cheerleading squads will draw the winning ticket live on the WLCN 96.3 Cheap Seats show at Jake's Furnishings between 9 and 10 a.m. on, June 18th. All proceeds will help pay for the cheerleaders' summer camp expenses. Tickets may be purchased from any LCHS Railer basketball cheerleader or at Jake's Furnishings in Lincoln. Don't miss this opportunity to win this beautiful Ashley brand living room outfit.
Yeah, real quick. They did not go on the chintzy side on this set. They actually picked an Ashley designer group,
Nice.
which is a group that Ashley's $1 million design firm actually puts together. So they went all out with the coffee tables that match the sofa, the accent chair that matches the coffee tables and the sofa.
Right.
I mean, they went all out on it. It's
Well,
good
for
stuff.
$10, you can't.
No, you can't go wrong.
Pretty good price. So get in a raffle, help out the cheerleaders, and possibly win some new furniture for your home. Guys, kicking back to sports here, NBA action, and basically maybe the hottest thing going on right now, if you want to call the NBA hot. The Bulls are moving on. They're facing who I thought maybe the nemesis, Heat, the Miami Heat. Give me some thoughts on, is this going to be good or bad for the Bulls?
Good for the Bulls for a couple reasons. They're a young team. They actually have a couple draft picks. There's a lot of things they can do. They actually have some cap flexibility with just some minor moves that wouldn't be hard to make. So in that respect, if they do lose, this isn't the end of the Bulls. They're so young and everything. They're moving forward and they're on an upward trend. For the Heat, though, if the Heat would lose this, I mean that's devastation.
Right.
Because they have no cap room for years. The only thing they can do is hope they get better somehow by bringing in some more aged veterans that really careers are about done. So, I mean, there's a couple ways to look at that. The Bulls, the best thing about the Bulls is they have Derrick Rose, who does not let big comebacks happen. You know, he's with him having the ball the whole time, he breaks down a defense and he can score pretty much at will on anybody in the NBA. So,
but you got to think the Heat have that also in two players.
That's true, but that's what I'm saying is you can't have a team that's going to make big runs if you got a guy like him that can do something with the ball. They can put the ball in the basket,
right.
And they do play the Bulls. I mean, you can knock it all you want. They may not win, quote unquote, sexy, but they do win by playing some pretty tough defense. Right. They've got some guys that'll go up there and just hammer you.
Right. Well, and these are two team defenses. I mean, both of these teams play really good defense, and they both have strong offensive players. I mean, I agree with you, Jake. When we went into the season, none of us were thinking 62 wins. None of us were thinking MVP of the regular season. But it's been all gravy, and it's hard to say a number one team is playing with nothing to lose, but they really are. I mean, because none of us expected this to be a championship season. But I think the one thing that we will see out of this series is that I still think the Bulls are one player away.
Right.
I mean, that's that's sort of the model, is you need that sort of dual superstar. And it's not for lack of try. I mean, the Bulls went after everybody that ended up at South Beach this year. And so I think they've done great with their plan B. And it's been, it's a great season. And who's to say that they can't, play some tough defense and get some surprises out of this series. It's not over, and they'll play. I think it's a 6 or 7 game series, but I still think the Heat are too strong offensively and too many dominant players. And at the end of the day, I think they'll end up taking the series. But it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, what I saw out of the Hawks series was that when the Bulls did not win, the Hawks really showed that at times the Bulls can't score, especially if Derrick Rose is not scoring. Carlos Boozer was non-existent in some of those games. When he and Rose and they get a little bit from Dang, when those two guys don't score and Corver can't get open, boy, they're really limited. I mean, Noah can't score. Ashik can score if you throw him the ball and he can dunk it. But, Bogans is not a great shooter. I just don't know if they got enough firepower, although they're feisty enough. I like their feisty. I like their coach. And as you said, Doug, two defenses that have really played well. The Bulls have been there all year. The Miami really didn't play that great a defense in the regular season, but when playoff time came, it's lockdown time now.
Well, and both teams rebound relentlessly. I mean, they are both very good rebounding teams. But you know what? I like the Bulls. I think the Bulls might have an edge in the rebounding category with their bigs. And I kind of like Mr. Thomas coming off the bench there, throwing a few fouls here and there. That makes it a little more interesting when you got a hammer coming off the bench.
And that's going to lead to my little contest here. Give us a call, 737-3791. and first guy to pick Bulls in 5, that's what you get. Or if you think the Heat are going to win in 6, that's what you got. So you've got people out there have got 4 choices with the Bulls. You got games in the series, Bulls winning in 4, 5, 6, and 7. Or you've got the Heat, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let me know what you think. 737-3791. You're going to get a free night stay at the Hampton Inn. If you eventually, when this series ends, if you're the correct caller on the contest, give me your name, give me what team you like to win, and in how many games the series will last, and you're going to stay all night at the Hampton here in Lincoln on us. So give us a call, 737-3791, guys. Home court advantage, the Bulls have it. They start Sunday, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Is home court advantage a big deal to you anymore? To me, lately in what I've been watching, the NBA, I don't know that it's that big of a deal, because you saw Dallas go into LA and win easily there. You saw the Bulls go into the Hawks go into the Bulls and take one away. So it seems like, to me, home court advantage, I don't know if it's huge. I mean, is it anymore?
In basketball, I really don't. I mean, yeah, you get the crowd into it and everything, and it does get loud in a few of those places. But, I don't think it's like a college team. I don't think the players get up and down.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it's I think it is kind of a moot point there.
Well, these guys are professionals, so they're gonna bring their game wherever they end up at. The one thing that can be a factor is travel, especially when you start talking about these big guys who aren't. I don't care how big the seats are in first class. These are big guys who aren't comfortable traveling. So when we start talking about long distances, especially in final situations, if you got guys going over a couple of 3 time zones, that's when that can start to be a factor.
Well, and they've spread it out so long though. Now the series lasts. I mean, they give them 3 days off in between. And you talked about, Doug, before we got on, Dallas is going to have 2 weeks off, almost basically before they start their series, because OKC. Oklahoma City lost last night to the Grizzlies. Memphis won 95-83. So now the Grizzlies and Memphis have to play again, and which will be, I'm guessing, tomorrow. They'll play tomorrow, so that gives Dallas just even another couple days off. Yeah. So I don't know if that's good for the Mavericks, although they might be the most impressive team as far as the series go this year. Yeah, they've been, maybe for me, they're the favorite.
I think anybody from the East.
Really?
I'm not going to,
It's
first time I've said that in a while, too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Dallas is one of those teams that you don't trust them to win until they win. They've disappointed so many times in the postseason that it's hard to say they're going to win until they actually.
Dirk's playing good, though.
Yeah, they might have the
talk about a nightmare matchup.
MVP of the series right now.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki, and they have. I think they've got everything. They've got some big guys inside. They've got size. They can shoot the ball like crazy from the outside.
Yep.
And they've got good guards. I love Jason Kidd, a veteran running their team.
He locked down Kobe,
and
too.
he can still do it. Even at his age, he's still locking down some of the best players in the league. And I love their coach. I'm not crazy about their owner, but he brings in players, and it seems like they've got a nucleus right now, and they're playing the best basketball, I think, of anybody in the playoffs.
Tyson Chandler in the middle there, too. That's interesting that he can actually still play.
Yeah, give us a call, 737-3791. Who do you think is going to win the Bulls series, and in how many games get you a free night stay at the Hampton Inn? Let me know your name and who's going to win that series. So give us a call, 737-3791.
I was going to say, one of my keys, I would say probably my key to this series, maybe kind of out there, but to me, the NBA is so star-driven that you have to have a superstar, and I think the refs kind of cater to that as well.
Sure.
And I'm wondering if maybe, let's face it, the Heat have 3 stars on their team. Do they get catered to a little bit more than what the Bulls will?
Nobody wants to watch the game without LeBron and D-Wade
That's
playing.
exactly right. And even Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Chris Bosh is still a player that a lot of people, especially from Toronto and that where he was originally drafted, are big fans, and he gave them something to cheer for quite a few years. So it just makes me wonder. D Rose, I think right now, well, he obviously is the MVP of the year. I think he had the best year, or he was the best player this year. But as a whole, LeBron James, he is what they call King James. You got D Wade making commercials with Barkley. The star factor there may be in play, even if it's not involved in scoring and whatnot.
Right.
It could be just simple tic-tac fouls and whatnot.
Sure. okay, give me this question. If the Heat and Boston were still playing, would you have rather seen the Celtics, or would you guys rather see the Heat? For me, that's Celtics, bar none. I mean, I don't like this matchup for the Bulls at all. But although I said the Bulls would have no trouble with the Hawks, and they had a little
honest
trouble.
though, if Boston would have been healthy, I don't think we'd be talking about the Heat right now.
Really?
Honestly, I don't. Shaq wasn't healthy at all, so they had no big men present.
Well, I think that the midseason trade that the Celtics made, that sealed their fate. That was the worst trade of the year right there, and that's the reason why they lost.
Yep. I'm going to agree with that.
And now,
well, then Rondo was hurt too.
Yeah,
Rondo played one game that he wasn't.
And the Thunder have Perkins now, and it seems like the Thunder. I just thought last night they would win. They were up 10 at half, 56-46, I believe, at halftime, and they come out and score 83 in the whole game.
Yep.
They couldn't put the ball in the basket. It's not like Memphis is a great defensive team, and Memphis just puts it to them. And it just looked like in the second half, it looked like the Hawks were in that last game against the Bulls series. I mean, just unenthused. I mean, the Hawks in that last game of the Bulls looked like they didn't even show up.
Yeah. Actually, Memphis has a pretty deep with Randolph and Gasol in the middle. They're tough to get to the hoop on, but yeah, with Durant and Westbrook playing, I mean, you would have thought, it was over.
Durant had a miserable game last night. They got it going early, like we said, up 10, and really had it rolling. But if that team's only going to score 20 some points in the whole second half, you're not going to win the NBA.
Durant had 11 points for the game. He's 3 of 14. Yeah. That's his worst game since 2009. So you can't expect he's going to have another game like that.
Yeah, next game 45 points probably.
Yeah, but although you have to say it's fun to see an NBA team that is a completely different model. I mean, Memphis, there's nobody out of Tennessee who could probably name 3 players on that team. Probably the best-selling jersey there is whatever. Because who knows?
Yeah.
None of those.
You put your own name on the back.
Exactly.
One of those you buy and put Johnson Furniture Guy on the back, and then we've got Dallas playing. Going to be whoever wins this Thunder matchup coming up. It's going to happen Sunday, so we'll talk a little bit about Dallas and who you think, one, will win Sunday, and then one, who Dallas, let's say, I'm going to say it's Dallas and Thunder. I think they're at home. I think they take care of business. Jake's giving me a look like he thinks it's Memphis.
I think they will, but, man, I'd like to see Memphis against Dallas, I'll be honest. I like the Gasol guy, and I don't know. I'd really kind of like to see Memphis in there.
We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back to talk some Tiger Woods. Is the PGA worth watching now without Woods? Jake was talking this before the show. He's not tuning in. He takes a nap if Tiger's not playing.
Watchable.
So we'll be back with 96.3 and WLCNonline.com. You're in the cheap seats. You're back in the cheap seats here at the Christian Village, is Lincoln's only faith-based retirement community. And is the area's leader for senior living and healthcare services. The Village provides quality, compassionate care in a loving Christian environment. They offer a wide array of living options for older adults, such as independent living, rehabilitation, skilled nursing, and memory care. The Christian Village, located at 1507 7th Street in Lincoln, a community of passion. Real quick, I want to go through some of the sponsors here for the cheap seats. Jake's Furnishings, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, open 7 days a week. Phone 735-1212 or go online to jakesfurnishings.com. Jim Grimaldi, attorney at law. Call 217-651-8089. The Christian Village, that's where we are today. The area's leader for senior living and healthcare services. Phone 732-2189 for a tour. Rail Splitter Veterinary Wellness Center, located at the corner of Route 10 and Route 121 in Lincoln. Phone 732-5700. The new Lincoln Speedway, located at the Logan County Fairgrounds. Phone 217-735-1833. Stacy Family Pharmacy, Lincoln's only independently owned and operated pharmacy. Phone 732-1972. Guys, and I want to get back Josh Komnick here with the furniture guy Jake Johnston and Doug Rutter from the Christian Village joining us all morning here from 9 to 10. And also, we had a little kind of a power outage, I guess, going on out at the station. So I wanted to go through that question. May not have been able to hear it. I've got a contest for all those listeners to win a Hampton Inn, an overnight stay at the Hampton Inn. Give me a ring 737-3791 and pick the series with the Bulls and the Heat. I want to know, say, for instance, you're a Bulls fan, you think the Bulls are going to win. Bulls in 6. Give me your name. Give me the team that you think is going to win and how many games. Or you like the Heat in the series. Give me Heat in 6. Your name. You're going to win an overnight stay at the Hampton. 737-3791. Give us a ring. I've got some spots available. I've got some guys for the Bulls. Some games left for the Bulls and also for the Heat. So give us a ring, 737-3791. Also want to let you know there's a raffle going on for the Lincoln Railer basketball cheerleaders Ashley Furniture Mega Raffle. $10 will buy you a $2,200 set if you win, I guess, if you win the raffle. If they draw your name out of the basket, we'll win you a $2,200 worth of Ashley brand furniture. And Jake, you just told us a little bit ago that they didn't go cheap on the furniture.
No, they went with a designer series that it's a group thing that Ashley Furniture's interior design group puts together, and they don't have too many groups like this. So it is a very nice
yeah, $2,200 worth for only a $10 raffle ticket for a good cause. Lincoln Railer basketball cheerleaders. We'll be drawing that on June the 18th at Jake's Furnishings here on the Cheap Seats Show. So you've got till June 18th to find any of those Railer cheerleaders or stop out at Jake's and purchase one of those raffle tickets. Guys,
or stop out Jake's and go ahead and just purchase a set, and I'll order another set for the people.
Yeah.
Either way,
you can do that and buy a raffle ticket. You might have a chance to buy two. Yeah, you can furnish your upstairs, your downstairs.
One for Mommy.
That's right. There you go. Guys, Tiger Woods drops out of the tournament, the TPC, this week, and we talked about it before the show. Jake was a little worried about him being able to view golf anymore if Tiger's not on. Does it concern Doug? Are you if Tiger doesn't play anymore this year, are you still going to watch the golf?
I have to admit, just like almost everyone else in the world, when Tiger's in the last group on Sunday, I'm on the couch watching him play.
Otherwise, you'd be in the yard doing yard work.
I mean, I'll probably be still watching, but I'll be sleeping. I mean, that's just how it is, because it's just not as exciting. And, I was disappointed.
Best way to take a nap is to watch the PGA.
Well, as soon as Mickelson starts, examining every blade of grass between his ball and the 3-foot putt that he has, yeah, absolutely, I'm out and I'm on the couch. But it's definitely concerning for Tiger because he hasn't played since the Masters. He played 9 holes, since then. That's the only warm-up that he had.
Right.
And now he's got, 4 weeks until they play at Congressional, and that's the next major. And, if he's hurt, maybe he just needs to go for a putt-putt before the game, and maybe that 9 holes was too much, so he needs to slow it down. But yeah, if he's hurt, this is definitely it's a blow for the PGA because he's their moneymaker.
Well, they're talking that the PGA may have had influence on him actually playing in this tournament because of the ratings and whatnot. I actually could see that happening, whereas the entity says we need you and we need you now. And, I could see that happening. There is some young blood that's coming in the PGA that's actually fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. They are. But at the same time, they're not Tiger Woods. He is still, I would say, even still right now to this day, the most recognizable face in sports.
Sure. And he needs 5 more majors to pass Nicklaus. And it's interesting because no one playing today has 5 majors in a career. And he needs 5 more before he's finished for the rest of the year. I think that's more than anything the reason why he's still entering, even though he might be injured, is because time is not his friend, and he needs every chance. And he in the Masters he finished 4th. I mean,
especially the way he, as violent as his swing is, which all golfers' swings are violent, but his a little even more so.
You're saying violent like he's a linebacker.
This
is a golf swing,
but it is. I mean, I know how my knees and whatnot are, and to see how.
And you are a specimen.
I'll tell you what. No, but how he swings with all the pressure on his front leg, and as hard as he brings that golf club around, I mean, you can see how much torque it is. They actually had it I mean, obviously, there's not the sporting world needs some things to talk about, so they were breaking his swing down on ESPN, which was crazy. Had it in like this ultra slow motion, but you can actually see where his front knee is pushing forward when it's locked, and the knee's not supposed to do that. It's not made to do that. We're not ostriches.
If you do a split screen between a guy like him and a guy like, say, Freddie Couples, who's just smooth and even through the whole. I mean, Freddie's going to play until the day he dies. Yep. Tiger is going to be limping. Well,
that could be a reason of the longevity of Couples versus Woods. He's been swinging like that probably since high school. With the just the force, the club speed, and the twist in the body and everything like that. And it's been coming on so long that maybe injuries are now going to start catching up with him. And then, the wins don't come as easy, and he doesn't hit it as far. And you always thought that Tiger was really good everywhere, but mainly, I mean, he just hit the ball farther than everybody else. At 230 out, he was, or 250, I want to say, he's easily reachable. I mean, that's easily reachable for him, where maybe in some other instances these guys weren't reachable. Well, he's on the green in 2 on a par 5, and these guys are still chipping from 30 yards out on a par 5. And I think that's where he made a ton of his strokes up. And maybe after this injury, he doesn't quite hit it as far.
That's exactly right. The course has gotten a little bit longer for him compared to what it was earlier in his career, and that's the thing. You have to adapt to your new game, and
how long does that take for a guy like him to adapt?
That's exactly right.
And he's not old by any means, but he's got a lot of time left. But can he adapt to his injuries? Can he adapt to a new swing? You hear about all these guys getting new golf swing coaches and all this kind of stuff, and how many balls do you have to hit, and tournaments to get in, and like you said, Doug, it could take him a little while to regroup.
Well, and golf is so much of a mental game. It's a confidence game, and it's been a long time since we've seen Tiger attacking a course the way he used to, and seeing players responding to him. When he's at the top of the leaderboard, it used to be no one. I mean, we saw players completely fall apart when they were in groups with him, and that's just not the case anymore. He doesn't carry that mystique that he used to. He's not the most intimidating force on the course the way he used to be. And you have to remember, for some of these young guys, like Jake's talking about, they weren't playing when Tiger was tearing through majors 2 or 3 a year, and so he's not that player. He's just, and you hate to say it like this, but he's just another guy in the field now, and that's a new situation for Tiger, and it's a new situation for the guys he's playing with.
Yeah, you bring up that it kind of, before you hit the court or the course, that it was already I'm not going to beat this guy. An intimidation factor where you see guys like that. You hit the court and you're a team of 6'2", and you hit the court against 6'8", 6'9" guys. You're like, oh man, what are we going to do against? What are we going to do against these guys? So, I think you're right. I think the intimidation factor for most guys, and I even think Phil Mickelson was a little intimidated by Tiger Woods for a while too. Because he just didn't win the big ones, and Tiger was just rolling, dominating through. And Phil seems a lot more calm now, and he's gotten his couple majors wins, and he's winning a lot more.
Well, the one thing is, though, when Tiger does get healthy, he can still play. Like you said, he just finished 4th just a couple weeks ago, which is right there, and he was actually right at the top of the leaderboard there for a while. So, he can still make an impact on the sport pretty heavily when he's healthy. But the problem is getting to that point, adapting your swing so your knee's not going to pop out of place. That's kind of important. I'm just throwing it out there. When you have to walk that many holes for a
you
weekend.
could be, what's his name? He got that cart.
Casey
Smith. It's been a long time ago now.
Yeah, former teammate of Tiger Woods,
he was put out a petition and got the cart. So maybe Tiger starts riding the cart now.
Well, I was going to say that would help the PGA.
At least he'd be out there playing. I want to get that question back out there. Bulls, who's going to win the series, Bulls or Heat, and in how many games? Give us a call. You got a chance to win an overnight stay at the Hampton Inn, 737-3791. If we don't fill up all of the picks, like if, for instance, Heat in 6 or Bulls in 7, if there's still choices out there, you can send them also. Once we get off the air, only about 14 minutes and counting left here on the hour-long show. You can send them to Cheap Seats 11, CHEAPSEATS 11 at hotmail.com. Whoever is the first I guess you want to say the first emailer to do that will get that, and we'll see who is the winner, and we'll announce that on the show after of course the series. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. The last commercial break, we're going to be on with Doug Rutter. We're going to see what's going on out here at the Christian Village. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. 10 minutes and counting here. 9 minutes, actually. 9 minutes and counting to get in on the contest. Pick your winner, the Bulls and Heat series, for an overnight stay at the Hampton Inn. If you win, tell me who you think's going to win and what game.
So if they win, the Bulls and the Heat are staying at the Hampton Inn?
I bet they would love that.
Okay.
I'm taking Bulls in 3. It's a bold pick. I know.
You don't have a chance.
I see where you're at with that one. That's a good pick there.
737-3791. I'll give it up. I'll let you guys say it, although you guys can't win.
What if the coach was coaching the Bulls?
Bulls in 1.
The other team wouldn't even get on the plane to come to
concede.
Chicago.
They wouldn't even show up. Jake, who are you going to pick?
Let's see. You know what? I will go out on a limb here. I'm going to go against the grain, eh? Mm-hmm. I'll say Bulls in 6.
Doug?
Heat in 7.
Doug, Heat in 7. And Josh is going to take the Heat
in 4.
In 6. No, not 4. Heat in 6. Although we can't win. So give us a call, 737-3791. Give us your pick, and you're going to be staying at the Hampton Inn if you get it correct.
And this series is done in July? Is that how?
Yeah.
They spread it out?
You have. Don't get excited
it's before
because
August.
you can't stay at the Hampton until September when the finals get over with. So, go through a couple of our sponsors here, guys. St. Clair's Manor, their team's dedication is what makes them special. Phone 735-1507. Goodwill of Lincoln. Find everything for everyone at the Lincoln Goodwill store next to Kroger, accepting donations and open 7 days a week. Eaton Corporation, America's choice for top-quality, high-performance electrical equipment for over 52 years. Lincoln College, providing the students the best educational experience since 1865. Go online to lincolncollege.edu for more details. Fricky Calvert Schrader Funeral Homes in Lincoln and Mount Pulaski, providing professional care and compassion since 1890. And Edward Jones Financial Advisor Bob Neal. Call 735-2585 or stop by the office located at 218 South Kickapoo in downtown Lincoln. Doug, a lot of things going on out here today, all weekend really. Let us know. Let the people of Lincoln and Logan County know what's going on at the Christian Village.
Well, today we are having an International Celebration of Seniors Festival. This is an event we did last year, and it was very popular, so we brought it back again this year, expanded it. It's here on the campus at the Christian Village, 1507 7th Street here in Lincoln. It starts at 11, goes to 2, and basically what we've done is all over our campus, we've created some places where you can experience different cultures.
Sure.
And the focus is how other cultures celebrate their seniors. And we wanted to create an experience to show you how different cultures is. The best part of it is free food.
Nice.
And so at most of the stations, there's samples of food from each of those cultures. So we've got tamales from Mexico, we've got miso soup from Japan, we've got baklava from Greece, and so there's a lot of different things that you can experience here. We've got representatives from Cuba, from India, from China, from South Africa, and so it's a lot of fun. It's all on the campus. It's all free. There'll be music. There'll be prizes, and we want to invite the entire community to come and visit. It's indoors in our senior apartment building, in the nursing home, and in our gazebo out in the village, and so the weather's not going to be an issue. And so if you're heading out to the Speedway, I know Grau's got a bunch of cars out there that they're trying to sell, or if you're coming to the garage sale, stop on by the village because we've got a lot going on here.
And you're dressed for the occasion. You've got the Liverpool football club, not the American football, but the jersey.
I know it's not a popular sport here in America, but it's the business end of the soccer season over in England, and so yeah, we're representing for Liverpool.
There you go.
So you're saying anybody in the community is invited to this? I mean, it's not just for seniors.
No.
And it might be a good kind of a selling tool for you guys, getting some people out here that could view this for other people down the road, maybe.
Certainly, and it's open to anyone. It's kid friendly. We've got games and fun for the kids as well, and it is an opportunity. Especially a lot of us have parents who are aging, and so if there's there's an opportunity that you see coming up in the future, you'd like to see what living arrangements are available for your parents or for yourself, it's a great opportunity for you to come see the campus that we have here, the many different living options that we have here, and get a taste of what life is like here on the Christian Village.
Yeah, I mean, a community for seniors, I mean, it is kind of a cool thing for them to get to view something like that, too.
And that's what I was going to ask, is if they do come out, you guys will be around all day today for anybody that wants, for instance, a tour or to go see the rooms or the cafeteria or the food plan and all that kind of stuff. You guys will be here all day?
Yeah, well, staff will be here all day, and actually our staff are the ones who are representing at each of the countries and can answer any questions that you have, and if you're interested in seeing a tour, seeing a duplex out in our village, seeing apartments here in the apartment building, or having a tour of the nursing home, we can definitely show you around. We'd love to show off the campus, and we'd love to answer any questions that you have.
Now, have you guys been doing some renovations lately, or?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in an 18-month project. It's a pretty massive investment that we've made in our campus. It started here in the apartment building that we're in with a renovation here, and that's moved over to the nursing home as well. We're really excited. We've just completed an expansion of our therapy gym. One of the big things that happens in the nursing home industry over the last few years is the introduction of therapy to nursing home services. And so physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy helps individuals to regain some of their independence, their ability to care for themselves, their quality of life. And in response to that, we've expanded our therapy gym. It's over doubled the size and space of it. In the therapy gym, it provides not just your typical physical therapies like you think of with exercises and motion, but occupational therapy, which is all about helping you do the things that you do at home. And so we have a therapy kitchen, which is essentially just a normal kitchen, but it's an opportunity with the help of a therapist to practice preparing a meal or doing the dishes or putting groceries away. We have a bathroom that's in the therapy space that's for that same purpose. So with the help of a therapist to talk through how do I step in and out of the tub, especially for someone who's had mobility challenges, that can be a significant issue. And so these therapies help people to regain their independence. It helps them to prepare to return home after they've been injured or after a surgery. And so it's a big part of what we provide, and we're really excited about this new capacity.
Well, it sounds like you've got basically everything anybody needs out here at the Christian Village.
Absolutely. Everything from independent living, where you're essentially just taking advantage of the community of seniors, all the way to total care and individuals who need 24-hour care. Anybody
that can't make it out today or tomorrow, how do they get a hold of you? Is there a website they can view also, or can they get a hold of you or anybody else here for tours or questions or anything like that? What are the numbers?
Absolutely. If you're interested in taking a look at our website, it's thechristianvillage.org. Really easy to remember. So you can fire up your Google machine and check it out there. You can give us a call. Phone number is 217-732-2189. But the best way, as always, is by seeing it with your own eyes. We'd love to give you a tour and show you around the place, so you can visit us anytime. 1507 7th Street here in Lincoln. You can ask for Julie, you can ask for Marcia, or you can ask for me, Doug, and we'll be happy to show you around.
There's Marcia right there as she's waving to us with her Cardinals visor on. Doug, we want to thank you for having us out here, and also thanks for chiming in with us all day.
Absolutely, it's been fun.
Jake, that's going to wrap it up for us here. this week playing. We got Bulls Heat going on.
Bulls Heat, some more Cardinal action.
That's right, Cardinals and, well, not the Cubs, but Cardinal action going on, Cub action going on. We also want to say get out to Jake's Furnishings or go find a Lincoln Railer basketball cheerleader to buy those raffle tickets. $10 raffle ticket will give you a chance to win a $2,200 worth of Ashley furniture. You can go out and check that furniture. If you don't think it's up to a $10 raffle fee, go out and check it out at Jake's. He's got it set up and ready to look. You can even have a chance to take a seat in it to see if you like it.
Keep in mind, guys, the Lincoln basketball cheerleaders, they do not have a booster club, so this is one way they're trying to earn some money to get to go to their camps, which is not a cheap affair.
Right, and we appreciate my main man here, Jake, to help out the basketball cheerleaders. So get a hold of those $10 raffle tickets. That's going to do it here from the Christian Village. I want to thank Doug Rutter, my sidekick here, the furniture guy, Jake Johnson. This is Josh Komnick, and we will talk to you next Saturday.